So.
Because, for, since, for the same reason, obviously, evidently, furthermore, moreover, besides, indeed. So, in any cases, in addition, in any case, that is what do we say? Obviously, evidently, furthermore, moreover, besides. So is that supporting something or is it going against something? Because what is the whole lesson? Transition words, right? Mm-hmm. So if it's supporting something, it's evidence. If it's going against something, excuse me. Thank you.
So, beside.
So do these show evidence or do they show another thought or another idea than is stated? Do they support something? Furthermore, moreover, besides.
No, they take away from
Indeed.
So that one?
Obviously, evidently. So if I'm telling you obviously this is the answer, is that showing evidence or contrast?
Evidence.
Okay. And it's a game, so all right, so we're reviewing transition words again on Book It, and the transition words help to connect our thoughts, and so this is practice. 1 for testing, and 2 for the writing of your summary so that you're writing using your own words. So when I write a summary and my table mate writes a summary, they shouldn't be the same because they have different transition words. All right, so even though this is a game, y'all focus on the actual questions. The crew bailed water out of the boat during the storm. Blank, they were able to land on a tiny island. I like this one, we can see. However, simultaneously, above all, as a result. All right. This is a lot like a Kahoot.
It is. Hey, why you have to get it right? And they ain't had to tell us who got it wrong though. They ain't even had to do all that. So, I mean, this got this hard. Yeah, look.
All right, the next question in 3, 2, 1. Literally, not standing against, in spite of, despite. Does that mean notwithstanding, in contrast, undoubtedly, or in common? Not standing against. Does it mean not?
I need to get the answer wrong. It just.
Bro, I got it right.
We both lost, so we didn't get the answer.
Like, I literally got it right.
There are several things we can do to help the victims of the fire. Oops. Where did it go? We can hold a clothing and household items collection. All right, for instance, good.
Hey, I won. Then we gotta go again.
That boy asked me that 3 lives. I think it's right.
Answer sent. Let's see who got it right. Okay.
I knew it was one of them, bro.
Which one do you think it is?
Cause I ain't gonna lie, I didn't read it all the way.
Okay. So we gotta look for the key words. When we are trying to answer quickly, we gotta learn how to look for those key words. Probably a synonym. Remember, like context clues.
Bro, I literally got that right and I still lost.
Despite what has just been said, the usual word is in.
Oh, that was common sense. I got this one wrong. Not gonna lie. I don't know. Oh, I don't even call. I got it wrong. Oh, I got it right. Bro, I used to get the answer.
You got
I thought I got it wrong too. I'm smart, though.
Bro, I didn't get the answer. I'm tired.
Gabriella. Look there. I am literally recording.
I know I got it faster.
I don't have no more wow. I'm dead. I'm out. Like, bro,
Okay, so here is the report. As a class, we did better though. That's improvement. We have a 69% overall. That's almost a 70.
at least we got
Almost a
one
C.
correct.
So we got 85 correct, 39 incorrect. That's what we do want to see. I'm not showing.
Hey.
Somebody was using the background of a beat.
Okay. Let's see. We're going to use the transition words with our lesson today. We're going to read the launch text, gone and back again, a traveler's advice. This is an explanatory model, like a procedural text, more informational. So we already did informational text last quarter. This should be easier. We've covered pretty much every kind of text already, but this is something telling me how to do something. So it's not a lot of contrasting words or ideas. So our essential question is, what can we learn from a journey? And I think this text, what do you think this text is gonna help us to do?
Like
About traveling.
finding it, like your journey in life.
Is it your journey in life? What is what's the topic,
I feel like
the title?
it's
Going and back again, a traveler's advice.
Okay, so what do you think this is gonna tell you?
advice
It's giving you advice about traveling.
Yeah, giving you advice about traveling. So more of a how-to. All right. So the purpose of this launch text is an example of an explanatory text, a type of writing in which the author presents information, discusses ideas, or explains a process. This is a type of writing you will develop at the end of the quarter for your performance-based assessment. And I want you to think about these things as you read. Think about how the writer describes the events listed. Mark the text, highlight, annotate, circle. And these will help you, this marking the text will help you answer the question, how does the order in which the details appear help the reader understand the thesis? So, how does the order of the things in this essay help you understand the thesis? Do we need to figure out what the thesis is first?
Yes.
All right. We are going to figure that out when we start. So we have to write a summary when we finish. And I want somebody to read paragraphs 1 and 2, and let's see if we can figure out the thesis with paragraphs 1 and 2. Who's going to be my first reader?
I'll be your first reader.
Loudly.
Let common sense guide you before you travel, and you'll have a better trip. Consider the business-like details first. Down the road, you'll need backups of all your essential documents. Keep both digital and physical copies of your passport, visa, driver license, and birth certificates, health insurance card, serial numbers, and important phone numbers. You may be too young to have some of these items, but if you can read this, you're old enough to assist in preparation. Anything can be lost or stolen. Backups might just save you a great deal of international grief. Have fun.
All right. Does anybody have their highlighter out and thinking that they can find the thesis? The thesis is what's going to tell me what I'm about to read. So as the writer, it's telling me what I'm about to write, or telling you what I'm about to write. And as the reader, it's kind of your roadmap to tell you what you're about to read. What is the thesis of this passage? Jaylena?
Is it, if you're leaving the country, consider the business-like details first. Down the road, the first sentence, basically. Let common sense guide you before you travel, and you'll have a better trip. Consider the business-like details first. Down the road, which rewards will follow you. Basically, it's kind of saying like business first and then fun later.
Okay. So this is going to tell us how to Have a better trip by considering the business-like details first, and down the road, rich rewards will follow. All right. So, again, that is our thesis. Everybody should have that highlighted. Okay, so we have our thesis highlighted.
So this is Miss.
Connecting word. Give me a transition word to get to the next one. Therefore, you should pack light. Good job. That's a good song. Okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes. All right, and somebody give me a transition word to connect these next ones. Okay, so what's another one? So if I'm going to connect paragraph 3 and 4, pack light and to find deals, what transition word would I use to connect those two thoughts? Okay, I can use secondly. I'm going to make that a...
Could you be like, however, you should find deals and save money to have more fun? Or also. Afterwards, or additionally. Oh, yeah.
So think about all the words that we saw in the Blook It game. So this is how I'm going to connect the thoughts. Therefore, we all have the same information but different summaries, and I can tell that we wrote them because they have the different transition words. You're not going to all pick the same ones, right?
No.
Right. So the transition words help me get my point across that I'm showing you how to do something. And like additionally, this is what you need to do. But instead of me saying you need to do this too, and then starting the next sentence, these words make it a little fancier. Okay? A little lofty style.
In your worst risk running into bad experience, scam artists and other bad actors tend to keep late out. There is far more practical ground to cover before you take to the skies, the seas, or the road. Do your homework. You'll know you've earned a passing grade when you're having the time of your life.
All right. So what would be the main idea? Quickly.
For number 5, don't sleep late, beat the criminals.
Don't sleep late, beat the criminals. All right. Let me get somebody from Uso's table to read the next one.
7, 8.
Yeah, do 7 and 8.
6, 7.
Go.
To make the most of your travels, it will also pay that take to pack a positive attitude. Keep in mind the following suggestions that apply more to what is in your head and heart than your luggage or hip pocket. Keep an open mind. You will be encountering people whose lifestyles are different from yours. You stop learning when you start judging, and you close yourself off to new experiences. Embrace possibility, seek opportunity. Ask questions in a spirit of respectful goodwill.
All right, so this one is telling me how to keep an open mind. That would be keep an open mind. Be welcome to new experiences. How many people have traveled to a new place and not had an open mind? And you weren't willing to taste new foods. You weren't willing to try new things. Did you have a good trip? Not as much fun as you would have if you had an open mind, right? Also, my favorite line in that is when you stop learning when you start judging. So going to new places and seeing new things, you're gonna see people that don't look like you, things that you're not used to. And when you start judging those things, you stop learning, because we have to be open-minded individuals to actually learn new things. All right? So, is this hitting home for anybody? Do you think this information is useful?
Yes.
Very useful. It's teaching me how to take a trip. I'm really logging this information, and I'm gonna challenge myself if I can pack light.
Oh, no, for real.
And then find better deals before I leave. But you probably have to try to plan early in order to do that. All right, 9. This one is fun. Somebody's reading 9.
Get lost deliberately. The natives know the cheapest places to eat, the least crowded beaches, the byways and backwaters that are less traveled, that have their own histories. And unlike the charm, hit the pavement on foot, follow your feet, stay safe, but seek the unexpected. Slow down occasionally, take a seat on a park bench or a set of stone steps, and watch the local parade go by. The scents and the shades, the tone and the feel of a place starts to reveal themselves when you put down your guidebook and your smartphone. You never know when you will be making a mirror. Open your senses and let the setting in.
Okay.
Definitely gotta do your homework.
11. You wanna read?
And remember to smile easily and often. In so doing, you will be communicating in the fundamental global language that opens us all to new people and new experiences. Anna Pondell said, "The life that you led doesn't need to be the only life that you have." Vital.
Not asking you what you think about packing or traveling. All right, once you have your summaries, you write your summary, the exit ticket is to post 2 of the transition words that you learned from today's booklet. Okay, so they don't have to necessarily apply to the reading, but they can, because I would like for you to use 2 of the, more than 2. I would like for you to use the new transition words that you learned while writing your summary. So your exit ticket is to write them on a Post-it note. So I need 2 on a Post-it note and stick them right there on the bulletin board when you finish.
2 transition words.
2 new transition words that you learned today.
So we put our name.
On the back, you can put your initials. Is there anybody who needs help with their summary? Oh, you can do it. Okay. So if after you write it, if you want to type it, you want to go ahead and submit it to school? Yes, let me check your summary.
Actually, not in front. Where you putting it up at? Listen.
Bro, I'm not looking back
I spelled copies wrong.
Okay, so I see, though, we have like a really, really long sentence.
Mm-hmm.
If you break that up into different sentences, you could insert more transition words.
Okay.
So what transition words could you add there?
Hold on, let me see. Push it back.
My knee for like spin pop. Wait.
So like
Therefore, you
Therefore-
have more money to spend. Therefore, you have more money to spend.
Okay,
Although,
so you should also keep copies of important documents. You should pack light, find deals, and that's where you're gonna put the therefore.
yes.
You'll have more money to spend. And then if we put a period there, then what would you use as a transition word? Between we're gonna end this sentence and where it says don't sleep late. Make that a new exciting sentence with a transition word.
All those sound too like,
Well, I'm starting a new sentence.
yeah. Oh, from right here?
Mm-hmm.
Wait.
Put yours up there. Put yours. Oh, she did.
What about additionally?
Additionally, post.
or most importantly?
Yes, I like that
Okay.
one. Most importantly, don't sleep late. Beat the criminals. And then,
And once you start having fun,
and once you start having fun, you'll know. Wait.
you'll know you've done everything.
Therefore, you'll know you've done everything right. That sounds pretty fun.
Okay. But so you're still writing and retelling what you read, but you're using those transition words to support what you're trying to say. Okay? You're supporting that this is how you do it. And this stuff is important. And even if you want to say this is the order in which you do it, that's what you could be supporting.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
All right, so here you have the transition word. Keep a positive attitude. More importantly, keep an open mind. Okay, so to build on that additionally, we need a capital A. Get lost deliberately. I would probably use the words on purpose. And to end our summary, I know it's generic, but finally is one of my favorite transition words because it lets me know I'm to the end and we're talking about a journey. Journey leads to a destination. So finally, go have fun because that was part of our thesis that the fun would come later or finally. So most of you, everybody should be finished. We're wrapping up. Go ahead and make sure you post your exit tickets before you leave. You cannot exit until you post your exit ticket. Kidding. Exit ticket. Let's go. All right, make sure you clean up your areas and leave them the same way you came. Thank you, Carly. All right. Oh, I see some good exit tickets. And there's the bell.
Bye, Miss Nash.
Bye. Y'all have a good day.
Yes, see you later on at 4 o'clock.
Okay, see you later.
You're the best teacher ever, y'all.
Good job. Thank you.